I'm gonna use some of the random stuff I have to make Swedish meatballs. They're not Swedish meatballs, they're not traditional, so don't come for me. So I have a big old bowl and I have this fresh ground pork. I don't know why I bought pork. I think I thought it was ground beef, but it was only $3.22. It's just like making like sausages when you mix the ground beef with the sausage. So we'll use pork and we'll just season it up. All right, pork is in the bowl. Make sure we get rid of all that. I have some bread. I'm just gonna chop it up and put it in the bowl. I got 2 pieces. Into the bowl with the bread. 1 egg in the bowl. I just got this new contraption that I see everybody using. I'll link it down below. So I'll push it down. Ooh. Let's do another one. Ooh. I like it. I'm gonna put half of the onions inside of the meat mixture, and then we'll save half of the onions for the sauce. A little bit of cottage cheese just to make them kind of cheesy. I don't know. A heaping 1/3 of a cup. So when I think of Swedish meatballs, I think of allspice, but I only have this 5 spice. I don't know if they're the same. It smells so good. It smells like Swedish meatballs, so I'm putting it in. Also going for like that sausage flavor, so I have some sage, parsley. I'm measuring with my heart. Some thyme. Once again, I don't like thyme that much, so I just put a little bit, kind of a little bit, in the lid and pour it in. And Italian seasoning, because you have everything in Italian seasoning. I'll just do 2 little lids full, or 3. I'm Puerto Rican, I put adobo in everything. I don't think only Puerto Ricans do that. I think majority of humans do that at this point. And you gotta put a lot. Salt and pepper, just get them in there. Now give it a little mixy mix. The cottage cheese. I don't know why I put that in here, but watch it be really delicious. Let's make meatballs. All right, I got a little paper plate and I'm just gonna roll up the meatballs. These are extremely easy to roll. So I think the mixture that I made is like a good consistency. I'll show you. See them? They're pretty tight, like they're not falling apart. So that's good. So far I have 5, I'll be right back. Olive oil. All right, I'm gonna cook them in this pan on all 4 sides in 2 batches so I don't crowd the pan. I'm also gonna take some kale off the stems to go in our sauce. The pan looks crazy, but it's gonna be okay. Here's some flour. I'm also gonna add some mushrooms and some chopped kale and our onions. Get all the flour and everything combined. A little bit of chicken broth to deglaze the pan. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the chicken broth. I'll add the whole thing. I should have sauteed the mushrooms and the onions a little longer, but it'll still be good. I'm nervous because I'm making a video. We're gonna add in all the same exact spices that we put into the meatballs. I'm going to add a little bit of water because I'm going to put the meatballs back in the pot to cook the rest of the way through. Here are our meatballs. Just put them all in along with the juices. Now that it's boiling, I'm going to put the heat on a low simmer, cover it with a lid, and let it cook for 20 minutes. Buttered noodles here that I just actually didn't put butter on. I sprayed them with olive oil, parsley, salt, and pepper to go with the meatballs. Here's the meatballs. I'm just gonna let them cool off for a minute and then I'm gonna add some cream. All right, I'm going to freeze half. Now to this half, I'm gonna add some light sour cream because this is looking so good. I tasted it and it's very delicious. It would be good even with some white rice in it. Just put some white rice in there while you're boiling the meatballs or simmering the meatballs. Ooh. All right, there's my take on Swedish meatballs with what I had laying around the house. To each their own. Some people might not think this is a good meal, but I used what I had in my house, and this is something that was budget friendly for me and my family. I'm very surprised. This turned out really good. Amazing. Look at the meatball. The meatballs are so good. Like, this meatball recipe is an A+++. So good. Amazing. I think adding the cottage cheese was a really great idea. You don't notice cottage cheese in it, but it like held the meatball together so well. I should have cooked the mushrooms and onions by themselves and sauteed them, but I didn't. I will next time. But let me know if you'll try making your own meal like this. I'm not saying this is a recipe. It's just use what you have, and pork was just $3, so it's a really good dinner with the noodles and everything is hearty with some bread and butter. It would be amazing. Follow me for more recipe inspiration.